Confused about which car to buy? Gasoline, electric, or hybrid? Well, you're not alone. It's a question most car buyers grapple with in the showroom: the traditional gasoline car, the environmentally friendly electric, or the versatile hybrid. It's like being a kid in a candy store, not knowing which sweet treat to pick, but don't worry, we're here to help you navigate this automotive conundrum. So buckle up, because we are about to go on a ride to explore the world of gasoline, electric, and hybrid cars. First off, we have the good old gasoline cars, the traditional choice. These are the vehicles that have been dominating our roads for over a century now. They've evolved, they've improved, but the essence remains the same: a combustion engine that runs on gasoline. One of the biggest pros of gasoline cars is fuel availability. No matter where you are, chances are there's a gas station just around the corner. And if you're planning a long road trip, you don't have to worry about finding charging stations or waiting for your battery to recharge. Just fill up your tank and you're good to go. Another advantage is the range. Gasoline cars generally offer a longer driving range compared to electric models. That means fewer stops and more miles on the road. And let's not forget about the upfront cost. In general, gasoline cars are cheaper to buy than their electric counterparts. So if budget is a concern, they might be the more practical option. But gasoline cars aren't without their downsides. The first one that comes to mind is their environmental impact. Gasoline engines emit carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that contributes to global warming. And while newer models are becoming more fuel efficient, they still can't compete with electric vehicles when it comes to zero-emission driving. Fuel cost is another issue. Gas prices fluctuate and can take a big chunk out of your budget. With an electric vehicle, you could potentially save a lot on fuel costs over the life of the car. And then there's maintenance. Gasoline cars have more moving parts, which means there's more that can go wrong. Regular oil changes, tune-ups, and other maintenance tasks can add up over time. So there you have it. Gasoline cars, while familiar, come with their own set of advantages and drawbacks. Next up, we have electric cars, hailed by many as the future of transportation. Electric vehicles, or EVs as they're often called, are the new kids on the block, and they're turning heads, not just because they're shiny and new, but because they offer a number of compelling advantages. First off, EVs are environmentally friendly. They produce zero tailpipe emissions, which is a huge step forward in the fight against climate change. Plus, as the grid continues to get cleaner, so too does the footprint of an electric car. It's a virtuous cycle that's only set to improve as we move towards renewable energy sources. Another major advantage is their low running costs. Electricity is cheaper than gasoline, and electric cars are simpler machines. They have fewer moving parts, which means less to go wrong and less to maintain. No oil changes, no spark plugs, no timing belts. The savings add up, and over the life of the car can make a big difference to your wallet. And let's not forget about the technological advancements. Electric cars are at the forefront of innovation. They're packed with cutting-edge features, from regenerative braking to over-the-air software updates. And who doesn't love the instant torque that electric motors provide? But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Electric cars have a few hurdles to overcome. Charging infrastructure, for instance, is still catching up. While it's improving, finding a charging station can be a challenge, especially on long road trips. This leads to what's known as range anxiety, the fear of running out of charge before reaching your destination. And then there's the upfront cost. While running costs are lower, electric cars are typically more expensive to buy than their gasoline counterparts. This can be a barrier for many potential buyers, even with government incentives. Electric cars, though futuristic and eco-friendly, have their own challenges to address. But as technology and infrastructure improve, these challenges are likely to become less of a concern, making electric cars an increasingly viable choice for many drivers. So are you ready to go electric? Lastly, we have hybrid cars, often seen as the best of both worlds. Hybrid vehicles, as the name suggests, are a blend of traditional gasoline engines and electric motors. This duality opens up a realm of benefits that might just tip the scales in their favor for some potential buyers. One of the most compelling advantages of a hybrid is its fuel efficiency, because these cars can switch between using gasoline and electricity They can optimize fuel consumption based on the driving conditions. In stop-and-go city traffic, they can rely on the electric motor, saving gasoline for when it's needed during high-speed highway driving. This flexibility can result in significant savings at the pump over time. Hybrid cars also shine when it comes to environmental impact. By utilizing an electric motor for part of their operation, they emit fewer greenhouse gases compared to traditional gasoline cars. Plus, the regenerative braking system found in hybrids converts energy usually lost during braking into electricity, further enhancing its green credentials. But, just like with anything else, hybrid cars come with their own set of drawbacks. The most notable is their complexity. With two engines to maintain, hybrids can be more challenging and expensive to service. This complexity also results in a higher initial purchase price compared to conventional cars. Another potential downside is the power output. While hybrid technology has come a long way, some drivers might find that hybrids lack the raw power and acceleration that a traditional gasoline engine can provide. However, for many, the benefits of fuel efficiency and lower emissions outweigh this drawback. Lastly, while hybrids do offer flexibility in terms of fuel options, they still rely partly on gasoline. This means that, unlike fully electric cars, they're not completely immune to fluctuations in fuel prices. Hybrid cars, offering a blend of gasoline and electric, do have their own pros and cons to weigh. But for those looking to dip their toes into the world of electric vehicles, without giving up on the familiarity and range of a gasoline car, a hybrid could be the perfect middle ground. Now that we've outlined the key points of each type, how do you make the decision? Let's delve into the factors you should consider when choosing a car. These include your driving habits, budget, the environmental impact of your choice, and future trends in the automotive industry. First off, consider your driving habits. Do you frequently go on long trips? Or is your driving mostly confined to city limits? If you're a long-haul driver, a gasoline car or a hybrid might suit you better, given the current infrastructure for charging electric vehicles. But if you're a city dweller who only drives short distances, an electric vehicle could be a perfect fit. Next, let's talk about budget. It's not just the sticker price you should be looking at. Factor in the cost of fuel or electricity, maintenance, insurance, and potential resale value. Electric cars can be pricier up front, but they often have lower operating costs over their lifetime. Gasoline cars, on the other hand, are generally cheaper to buy, but can cost more in the long run due to fuel and maintenance costs. Now onto the environment. If reducing your carbon footprint is a priority, electric vehicles are the clear winners. They produce zero tailpipe emissions and, depending on your electricity source, could have a much smaller carbon footprint overall. Hybrid vehicles are a step up from gasoline cars, but they still burn fossil fuels. Finally, consider future trends. The automotive industry is rapidly evolving, and it's clear that electric is the way of the future. Governments worldwide are setting deadlines to phase out gasoline cars, and automakers are investing billions into electric technology. If you're thinking long-term, investing in an electric vehicle now could put you ahead of the curve. In the end, the choice you make should reflect your lifestyle, values, and financial situation. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. Take your time, do your research, and weigh the pros and cons of each option. Remember, the right car for you largely depends on your personal needs and circumstances. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. We started by unpacking the big question: which car type is right for you? We learned that the answer to this isn't as simple as it may seem, and it all boils down to your personal needs and lifestyle. We then dived into the traditional choice, the gasoline car. This tried-and-true option has its merits. From longer driving range to widespread fuel availability, it's a solid choice for many. But it's not without its drawbacks, including higher fuel costs and environmental impact. Next, we took a leap into the future with electric cars. These high-tech marvels are all about sustainability and efficiency. They're cost-effective in the long run and great for the environment. But they also come with their own set of challenges, like limited range and charging infrastructure. Then, we explored the best of both worlds, hybrid cars. Combining the strengths of gasoline and electric cars, hybrids offer flexibility and efficiency. They can switch between fuel types based on your driving needs, offering a balanced solution. Finally, we discussed making the decision. We emphasized the importance of assessing your personal needs, from your driving habits to budget, before making a choice. At the end of the day, whether it's gasoline, electric, or hybrid, your car should serve your needs and fit your lifestyle. Happy car hunting!